Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to talk about what just happened for Aliens versus Avengers issue number 3. This is going to be full spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, you got a chance to go read it. I have a spoiler-free review on the channel if you want to go check that out. But let's go through it. Now, because of the ice storms in Texas, I haven't been able to actually go pick up my issue. So I had to get it digitally, but I'll still insert some preview or some art pages and stuff as we kind of go through the issue. So we begin with the engineers. Uh, we take a look back. If you remember that scene from Prometheus when David just drops down the chemical on the engineers and takes out a whole, like, we've been seeing that over and over, right? These androids or these synthetics have been doing that to countless populations, but we finally see some engineers. They rise up to the challenge. They take out the I want to call them the Davids. I don't know if they're all David, but yeah, we that's kind of our intro to this, and we see that this group of engineers, before even the credits roll, they are now on their way to different universes to try to stop things. In the meanwhile, we catch up with our heroes. They had to leave Earth on that gigantic ship, but the ship is damaged. So we see Tony Stark and Captain Marvel and Miles Morales, who are the ones that kind of are leading the way, leading all these people away. Uh, they're trying to figure out, should we go to Mars? So as I mentioned this in my review, in this book, Mars is where all the mutants are, and that kind of reflects the reality that Jonathan Hickman built in the House of X. Time in the House of X, really everything that was going on. Mars was turned into Araco, which was a planet for mutants, and I feel like in this book, this is kind of like, if that had continued, this is kind of where we would be. Now, of course, this is a completely different universe, a completely different time. So the team has to do an emergency landing, and they need to figure out where is everyone as they land. They don't see anyone in the port now. Tony and Carol had been here previously. They mentioned that this is a usually a port that is full of like people and everything, and we finally get the answer to what happened to everyone on this planet. And of course, the answer is only Mr. Sinister happened. He somehow found a way to not really control the xenomorphs and the chest bursters and everything. Uh, he found a way to make sure that these face huggers went into everyone while still not going into him, because he realized that the xenomorph is like the perfect. He's always looking for perfection, right? And as far as like biology and the perfect being, and he believes he has found it in the xenomorph. So of course he sided with the xenomorph. He's now doing his own thing, and I love it because in the 616 Hoxpox era, Sinister always had a lot of clones, and he does have a lot of clones here as well. Like I said, this really feels like Hickman just writing whatever he would have continued. And I think Hickman loves to write Sinister. I feel like most writers love to write Mr. Sinister. So as our heroes arrive, we see that they are looking for someone, and they finally run into Sinister. But this was all a trap, of course. Sinister brings out it's kind of like a t-shirt gun, but it shoots out face huggers. So of course all the people on the ship are lost. And Sinister, is his plan was to really make sure that the xenomorphs that he's got with him now kill everyone, right? So we have Tony, we have Carol Danvers, and we have Miles now running for their lives from all these xenomorphs. But they're not alone. We have a few mutants that are left, although Carol takes some acid to her face, which, man oh man, pretty gnarly stuff. But we have Armor, we have Emma Frost, and we have Wolverine. Three mutants that the Xenomorph just can't get to, right? Because Emma Frost has her diamond skin. Armor, of course, can make an armor, and then Wolverine has the regeneration ability and is adamantium, so he's not very easy to take down or even infect. We see a few other mutants as well. But those are the three main ones that we are kind of following, and then of course, Carol, she doesn't believe that Iron Man and Miles are dead because they could only rescue her. So she asks Logan to. Well, she doesn't ask Logan. She tells Logan that she's gonna go look for them, and Logan goes with her. But unfortunately, they find a dead Tony Stark. We don't know what's going on with Miles. We haven't seen him since he left. But we do see that it looks like in the last page, the Wakandans are back. Hopefully they're here to help, and not just maybe exterminate the planet to eradicate the Xenomorphs. So that's everything that happened. We won't get a next issue until May of this year. So you have a few months to kind of catch up and reread these items if you want to. Um, I'm very excited. This was a lot of fun. I love this series. It's just very, very cool to see what the team is doing when it comes to bringing in all these worlds kind of together. And of course, you can tell that Jonathan Hickman is a big fan of the Alien franchise just because he's grabbing all these really fun pieces from all these other movies. So let me know, what did you think about what just happened in the Aliens versus Predator number 3? As always, remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.